Today we're talking broadheads. Will my number one broadhead keep the podium, or will it get knocked off? Stay tuned to find out. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pak One Outdoors. I'm your host, Mark Posey. I've been getting some questions about broadheads, and last season I was fortunate enough to try a different broadhead than what I'm used to. So I figured I'd give you guys a comparison of old reliable versus the new head that I decided to challenge. And here they are right here. Today we're going to take on, this is the Magnus Stinger. This is old reliable. This is number one in my book. And here's the Challenger. The Challenger is a Grizzly Stik. It's the OverKill version. It is the Silver Flame. And it's 125 grain head, just like the Magnus. I was intrigued by it. It looks like a hatchet. It's cool looking, and that's sort of why I wanted to do this challenge and see if maybe we can knock the Magnus off the pedestal that I put it on. A little bit about this head. First and foremost, I only shoot two blade broadheads. Just what I like. They're simple. They've stood the test of time. This design has been around forever. I'm not a mechanical guy. I'll never be a mechanical guy. I'll always be just a two blade. It's just a personal preference. I like the simplicity of it, and that's what I shoot. So there's that. Let's talk about the Challenger. Like I said, this is a really nice, well-designed head. It's cool looking for sure. As I said, it looks like a hatchet. 125 grains. It's an 1.5 inch cutting diameter, which is pretty darn big. 73 thousandths on thickness. It's pretty thick, and you can feel it. It's nice, heavy material. It's a good blade. Rockwell goes 54 HRC on this. It's pretty solid blade to it. The ferrule is 0.334 on the outside diameter. But with a blade like that, you're not going to have a problem with the ferrule running through the hole that it creates. I got a chance to test this on a whitetail and a wild boar last year. The wild boar actually was around 210 pounds. Performance-wise on this, they flew great out of the package. Tuning them was not a problem whatsoever. I shoot a Mathews no cam, which by today's standards is a slow bow. Which is fine with me. It still does the trick. These flew great. I had them tuned in within a few shots. I had them tuned in out to 70 yards. I'll never take a shot at an animal at 70 yards, but I wanted to see how these things fly. I had zero planing, zero deflection problems with them. Overall, they flew really, really well. The whitetail that I shot with them, when I pulled this from the ground, the tip was curled just a little bit. Now, I don't know, I did hit a rib on the way in when I got it, but I don't know, I think it might have hit like a root or possibly a rock down in the ground when I pulled it out, and it did penetrate pretty well. I shot both the wild boar and the whitetail at around 25 yards. The whitetail, it went like 10 yards and fell over, so I was pretty impressed with that. The wild boar, on the other hand, with that thick plate that they have from fighting, the callus they have on there, I didn't get the penetration. Actually, after I let the arrow fly and I saw the penetration that I had, I was actually nervous blood trailing it because I wasn't sure if I got enough penetration to even kill it. My arrow wasn't sticking in very far, but fortunately, yeah, I did kill it. It was a long blood trail. It probably went 50 yards before it finally toppled. And the head, it did pretty well, but like I said, and I attribute that to probably the squattiness of it. It's a shorter, fatter head versus Magnus, which is a longer. The angle is a lot steeper on this than on the Grizzly Stik. Overall performance, though, I can't knock this head too terribly bad. It performed well. Like I said, it's a hatchet flying, and the blood trail was actually good on both animals. Had plenty of blood, and I got to watch the whitetail fall over. So thumbs up, thumbs down. I do recommend this head. It is a nice head if you're just looking to get into two blades. But let's talk about the Champ. This is the Magnus. It's a 2-blade Stinger, 125 grains. These run about 40 to 45 bucks for 3 of them versus these, which these are 70. Now you can upgrade and get, there's a higher end model of this Grizzly Stik, but they're $103 for 3 the last time I checked. Between 100 and 110, something like that, depending on where you get them from. I'm a working man. I don't have that kind of money to really throw around for broadheads. And when I can consistently get these for around $45 for 3 of them, excellent. These have been my go-to head. I can't tell you how many animals I've killed with these. It's a lot. I know for a fact I've killed over 15 hogs with this broadhead. No issues. I've had several pass-throughs with this head on wild boar. And I attribute that to the, like if you compare the two, just take a look. Let's see if we get that in focus. You can tell how much fatter this head is. Oops, sorry, this head. This head's quite a bit wider. This is steeper. You got a taller, steeper angle. And as I said, when I pulled this one out from the ground, I had a little bit of curl on the tip. Never had that happen on this one. And I attribute that to the Tanto tip on this. You can tell it's a little bit of a pain in the butt to sharpen, to try to get because it angles downward and then goes into its actual angle right here. Not a big deal though. That makes it so much stronger for a tip, is way stronger. Again, this is 2 3/16 overall, and then this is only 1 1/8 on width versus the 1.5 inches. Not a big deal to me. This blade this one is thicker. The Grizzly Stik is a thicker blade than what the Magnus is, not by much. This is all 420 stainless now, these heads are. The Rockwell on this one, usually on the Magnus, the Rockwell runs about 50-51 versus 54 on this. These are all spin tested. I like the idea that Magnus spin tests theirs to within 0.003 of an inch. So you're not going to get, I mean, what they do is center line it and then they spin test them. And these are awesome. The warranty, this was game changer. The warranty, and if you follow my channel, you know I'm a big warranty guy. Magnus 110% stands behind their product. Whereas these, when I got the curl and I called them and I said, hey, you know, I'm testing out this Grizzly Stik broadhead. I got a little bit of curl on top. Will you stand behind that? And they told me, if you have the original receipt, yes, we'll stand behind it, but only for 1 year. That does not even stand close to Magnus's. Magnus's warranty is just bulletproof. I love a bulletproof warranty, and that's what you get with these. Quick story on these. I had ordered 3 packs, so I got 9 broadheads of the Magnus, all in 100 grain. About midway through my build on my arrows, I decided to go with a heavier setup. I called Magnus. I said, hey, look, I've opened up these packages already, because that's what I do. I open them up. I put them on my arrows right away. That's just how we all are, I think. Would you take these back and upgrade them to 125 grain? Not a problem. Send them back. They sent me new ones at 125. I can't tell you enough about these. If you were to bend the tip or any kind of damage to these, lifetime guarantee, send them back. They'll send you a new one. That's worth its weight in gold to me. I love that. I love that factor. I don't want to jump through hoops. I don't want to dig through a bunch of paperwork and try to find a receipt from 2 years ago or a year ago to try to to get a problem remedied. Magnus stands behind their product. They didn't bat an eye at it, and I think they're a terrific company. So as far as a comparison goes, is the Grizzly Stik a good head? Yeah, it's 100% a good head. It is. It's a nice head. It flies great. It does what it's supposed to. Ran through animals. There was no problem with that. Penetration, I give 100% to the Magnus over the Grizzly Stik. And like I said, you can tell just in these two heads. This one's squatty. I think you're going to get a lot more resistance on a fatter head, where this is more narrow, causing it to drive through. Sharpness out of the box, they were probably equally as sharp, although these advertise that you can shoot them, pull them, shoot them again, and they're just as sharp. That's not true, nor should you do that anyway. The warranty, that was game changer for me. Absolutely great company. Magnus takes it in this one, in my opinion. So any other two-blade companies out there that want to send me something, again, I'm not paid by anybody to say this. Just trying to be a man of integrity and tell you, hey, this is my honest opinion on this head or this head. And so far, I got to give the thumbs up to the Magnus. They stay on top. If there's another two-blade company out there that wants to send me one, and I'm willing to battle test. These have stood the test of time for me. I've ran these through several hogs, several deer, lots of animals. They've been abused, and they just stand behind their company, their product. I love that about them. Good head, yes, but just not good enough to take out the champ. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video. Leave a comment down below if you want to see anything in the future, and I'll do my best to respond and give you people what you like. So thanks very much. God bless. Have a good one.